Well, hello there. Carol Dockum here with Beautiful Faces Going Places Women's Success Network. And yep, here we are. And we are here today with a very special business spotlight. I know we're all gearing up to wrap up 2020, and I just think it's so opportune. The time right now is now. The time right now is now for us to be visible, to be seen, to be heard, and as Betsy would say, to be loved. So I would love to just ask you a question to our
Okay.
members and our viewers. If you can identify or see yourself in this scenario I'm getting ready to describe. So you're marketing your head off, but it's
Yes,
not driving sales.
right,
Maybe, just maybe you're not using the right words.
right.
So for over 15 years, Betsy Kent has worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs, perfecting a process that gets them so clear about their ideal clients and their customers that they can actually spot them from across the room. If you want your marketing to drive sales, you must get totally clear on your ideal customers and your clients, and then use the words that will make them listen. Betsy Kent, the owner and founder of Be Visible, digital marketing and content creation expert, has the formula to get you there. So please help me welcome Betsy Kent of Be Visible.
Hey.
Well, hello. Hi, Betsy.
Hi,
I'm just so happy that you're here with us today.
thank you very
Um,
much.
Yes, I want to say, to say the least, 2020 has been a very challenging year.
Yes.
I cannot think of one person in the entire world universe that has not been impacted or affected in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
And including yourself, I know, including myself. But I just feel like right now, more than ever, we need what you have to offer, your expertise, and really helping small business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs get their messaging out there and really connect and relate to their ideal clients. And so tell us a bit about your background. I mean, how
Well,
you got to be where you are today.
yes. So I grew up in Ohio, in Akron, Ohio, and I went to university at University of Cincinnati. And then when I graduated, I made a beeline for New York City, where I always wanted to live. So I moved by myself. I was quite young, in my early 20s, and I had my heart set on working in the fashion industry, which I did for about 10 years, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So after I got married and had my son, and I took a little bit of time off, and then when it was time to go back to work, I knew that if I tried to work on 7th Avenue again, I would not be a good mom or wife or human being. So I got myself a job at our community newspaper in my neighborhood in New York City, and discovered that I loved being out of an office all day. I loved talking to merchants and business owners and doctors and orthodontists, because I grew up in a family where we owned a men's retail store, and my grandfather started it in 1927.
Wow.
So that's one of the reasons I was drawn to the fashion industry. But what I discovered was that I had a innate talent for content and advertising that would actually result in sales, new patients, new customers for the businesses that were my clients. So I was struck by that, and I started to think about my experience working in my father's store. And all the grandchildren had to work there, but I was one of the only ones that continued into high school. And one of the things I loved was watching my father sketch out ads for the newspaper, because that business would not have survived without advertising.
And there was always ads every day, practically an ad in the newspaper, radio ads. They were very visible.
Right.
And one day my dad was sketching out an ad. The newspaper rep was going to come in, and he wrote on the top, "Instant pants," with an exclamation point. And I was like, "What, Dad, what is instant pants?" And he goes, "Well, and this is what retail used to be like, when a man comes in and buys a pair of slacks, as he called them, in our store, we do the alterations while they wait. So they walk out with a pair of pants instantly that fits perfectly." He said, "So we're not doing anything different. We're just talking about it in a different way." And they ran the ad. And the next week was the best week that the store had had in history. And by that point, it was already in business about 50 years.
Wow.
So it always stayed in my mind how the right words at the right time to the right people in the right vehicle could actually make people realize that something that they want and need is available. And in many cases, for example, with that particular ad, um, the headline caught their attention and made them realize this store that they probably were aware of, they didn't realize that they do this. So that always struck me. And when I started creating ad content for my own clients, I saw that I had picked that up. So long story short, I worked in publishing and in print advertising, and I loved it. But I was a very early adopter of the internet, and I saw the writing on the wall. And I quit my lucrative job in New York, and I started one of the first digital marketing agencies when there wasn't even such a term as digital marketing agency, really. And through that 15-year trajectory, I am where I am now. I moved from New York City to Covington, Kentucky, to be back in the Cincinnati area, which I loved, and to be closer to my family in Akron. So that's where I am today.
Oh my goodness. And let me just say, I mean, you, like you said, you launched and landed in the digital world before it
Right.
ever actually became a thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to
It's a
say
thing.
now it's the thing. And it
The
is
thing.
the place where
Right.
you need to be
Right.
in the
Exactly.
digital world, in this
Yeah.
virtual world. And I am forecasting 2021 will be also digital and or hybrid at
Definitely.
some point, but now
Yeah.
is the time to embrace the digital world. So
Right.
you're at the right place at the right time. And I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, Betsy, there are so many entrepreneurs, small business owners, solopreneurs that need your help right now. So let's talk
Yep.
about some of the ways and different ways that you actually work with your clients. Because I know you work with more established, probably like small to medium sized, I mean, companies that have been in business for years that aren't converting, or their marketing messages aren't attracting their ideal clients or getting their clients to take action. Then you have your digital for
Yeah.
those that want that self-paced, and your workshops.
So over the years with my clients, when I was running the agency, I was always the client lead and I was the content lead, which meant I was the one who worked with the customers, my clients, customers, I never know which one to use, and who talked to them about what their goals were, who their customers are. And I had developed this process that I had perfected over the years that enabled my clients marketing messages, whether it be their website content, email marketing, blogs, etc., to actually speak to their most ideal prospects in the words that those people have going on in their head. So, and in the digital world, you have about 2 seconds to connect with your audience before they just can click off and go somewhere else. So this process actually led to some tremendous success. I still have a couple of 3 clients that I kept in my agency world who I can honestly say
that my work with them has built their businesses. And so what I do that is very unique, so I'll step back for a second. When I decided to leave New York, I decided no more agency. There were plenty of agencies out there. It was becoming like the wild, wild west. And I didn't know what I wanted, what I could do next that would be exciting and creative for me. So I hired a business coach for about 6 months. And what we figured out was this process that I had created for my clients actually was something that I could offer on its own. So I launched a new type of business where I consult and coach businesses that are struggling to attract and engage and connect with and make their prospects and audience actually turn into clients and sales. So I have 2 different ways that I do that. I have a program where I work one-on-one with the business owner. And that is primarily like what you said, Carol, it is designed, not always. I have some clients that don't fit my ideal client profile, which I can talk about in a minute, but they have struggled for years, even though they're successful, to stand out from their competitors. And they are either adding business services or they're changing something or they're pivoting in some way. And the first thing they think of is, we need a new website because this website is crap. You know, we haven't looked at it in 4 years and it's crap. But usually what happens is they ask their friends, their business colleagues, do you know a website designer? And so what they usually end up with is a website designer where who can create a beautiful website, but they are not content creators. And usually the copy in the website is either a line item for $500 where they outsource it to Upwork or something, or the designer says to the client, so who's going to create your copy? And they'll go, oh, we'll do it here. Or, you know, my son's friend is studying marketing at Stanford and he'll do it. And generally it doesn't work. They've spent a fortune on a website that's a placeholder. It's only where people go to find their phone number if they ever go there at all. So I'm the intermediary. I like to get in to speak to companies before they get to that point where they end up spending $25,000 or, you know, $10,000 or $5,000 and end up with a placeholder again, which is sometimes even worse than their original website. So so that's for established businesses. And the reason that's great for established businesses is because they've had years of experience and they can tell you right off the bat, if we had 5 of this client here, we would be our profit margin would go way up. So I'll give you a couple of examples. And Carol, stop me if I'm talking too much, because
this
is very exciting.
I'm actually taking notes. This is
great. Good, great.
I circled missing link. You really are the missing link.
It is. I'm the missing link. Yep. So since I moved, I was networking like crazy and talking about this thing that I was selling, and nobody really does this. And I started getting hired, and I was able to perfect it. So I got a certification in value proposition development and all this other stuff. But I realized that, so some of the examples are, number one, there's a CPA firm in Bellevue, Kentucky that is financial services, but they wanted to start marketing themselves as a very unique entity, which they already were doing something that's different than their competitors, but they didn't have the language for it. Mm-hmm. And after working with me, I just had an interview with the owner. We worked last year together. And we created a new website for them. And then they came back to me in January and said, we've been thinking about it and we want to go this direction. So we worked again together. And this is a $5 million company. They calculate that their close rate on sales has gone up 60% since working with me. So I have stories like that. I have numerous stories like that. But then I realized there's another whole layer of entrepreneur, business owner who hasn't been in business as long or has really struggled with, I'm posting every day on Facebook and nothing's happening. I'm posting every day on Instagram. I don't have enough followers. And they don't understand what they're doing wrong. They might have taken a course that's, told them, this is how you use social media, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do that. And they definitely need help, but they are not in a position to work with me on a one-on-one basis. So I recently created a online self-paced lightweight version of what I do with my established business clients. And it is available now. And I'm getting great response. I haven't hard launched it. It's only been a soft launch. I've had a rough fall. I had COVID. And then about a month later, my father passed away. And so everything is kind of on hold. My new website, everything is on hold. But the thing that I wanted to mention is that all of what I do culminates in your business standing out from a competition. For the first, one thing that you have to remember as a business owner is that your ideal prospects don't care what you do. They care what you can do for them. So most websites, most elevator speeches, most emails say, we do this, we do that, I do this, I do that. And without ever creating the connection that will make that person understand why you're the best choice for that person. And so how I do this, that's how I help you do this, is help you identify your most ideal client, your most ideal prospect, and then through various methods, uncover the exact words and sentences that that person uses to describe the problem they have that you can solve, how it makes them feel, and what they want instead, and how they want to feel, and around that kind of stuff. And what ends up happening is you stop saying yes to clients who do not fit for you, that you know for sure are going to cause you aggravation, they're going to be hard to collect from, and all the other things that we all do when we're up against a deadline or a goal. And it focuses you, laser focuses you to be as appealing and irresistible and as attractive to that one or two ideal type of clients. And this stuff works like a charm. It works for my business. It works for every client I've worked for, worked with, and it works for entrepreneurs as well. And one of the keys is being able to, if you have 30 seconds or a minute to, when somebody says to you, so what do you do? Or you have to talk in front of a Zoom room, filled with 20 people or 100 people or 2 people, it enables you to tell your business story in a way that if that ideal client needs you at that moment, they know it for sure. And you're not just spouting off a list of things like, we've been in business 10 years and, blah, blah, blah. Nobody really cares about that. When you can touch them in their heart and mirror what's going on in their head, magical things happen. You have the magic words to start the sales conversation and keep it, if it's your most ideal client. And with digital marketing being available, your ideal client could be anywhere in the world. And so that's what I do. I'm becoming very successful at it. I only have 3 marketing clients left who won't let me go. And I collaborate with website designers and marketing agencies as well. In fact, I'm getting ready to work with one, I can't say yet because the contract isn't signed, but an organization, a business organization in Kentucky that you're all very familiar with, who, even though they are the go-to business advisors for the state for business owners, their marketing sucks. So they're hiring me and they even have a marketing department on staff. But so this is a very unique talent and skill that I have. And I am very enthusiastic about sharing it.
Well, you certainly are. I mean, you've captured my heart. You've got my ears and my attention.
Thank you.
And I'm
Great.
just thrilled that you're here, you're sharing your passion, and you're absolutely right. I mean, I don't know the process that you do. You're the expert here, but I just love how you've just shared, that there's a way, the magic words,
Yes.
To pique the interest. And
Yep.
once you discover or identify your ideal clients, I think it makes your business so much more clearer and then easy to deliver your products, goods, and services. And I always love to say it's not about quantity, it's about quality. So
Exactly.
finding the quality and
Yes.
And as you know, what we do here at Beautiful Faces Going Places, we are a professional women's network. And so I host these virtual networking events. We have a Zoom room filled with small business owners and entrepreneurs that are seeking those connections and conversations that will lead to referrals, and business growth. So what you have to offer can really help those individuals that are participating on our platform.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
What's that?
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh my gosh, thank you for saying yes. So I'm really, really thrilled that next Tuesday, December 8th, from 12 to 1 or 1:30, we've designated the time, or allotted the time, 12 to 1:30, so that Betsy can dive in and deliver a fantastic kind of a mini workshop about a 30-minute presentation, and it's going to be followed by a Q&A. So if you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, which I hope that you are, because then, I mean, if you're watching this, I know you are.
Why would you be here otherwise?
Exactly. A solopreneur, speaker, trainer, coach, expert, you're out there digitally marketing yourself. You need this formula, right? The magic words, this formula that will help you propel you in 2021. So come and join us. You're invited to come and join us. Betsy is our speaker presenter for our December Lunch and Learn networking event from 12 to 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. I will post the link below so that you can register. Come and join us.
You want me to just quickly tell them a little bit about what they're going to get if they attend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what you're going to get if you attend is you're actually going to get a glimpse into how to figure out who your most ideal client is and what they want and how they talk about it. And you're going to learn how to deliver your elevator speech, that 30 seconds to a minute, in a way that will make them listen. And you'll walk away with something brand new. You'll walk away with certainly some insight into yourself as the face and brand of your business, and also who you really want to attract, who you really want to focus on. And I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you.
Thank you so much, Betsy.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a reason to put makeup on for the first time in a long time.
Oh my goodness. Well, you've given me a reason as well. So
yes, now we can go wash our faces and get back in our sweats, right?
Exactly. You've given me a reason to get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. So
look great.
This is exciting. So we will share the link below. Please register. Come and join us next Tuesday, December 8th. And then Betsy, where is the best place for our viewers, our members to learn more about you before?
On my website, which is Betsy Kent. I'm sorry. My website is Be Visible. I do have betsykent.com, but I don't use it. One thing, always register your own name with a .com if you can still get it. Okay, that's one thing I always like to tell people, because you never know, even if it's not the name of your company, you don't want somebody else to have it, right? So it's Be Visible, BEVISIBLE.co, not com, .co. There you will find probably 300 blog posts that I've written over the last few years, all about this subject. And you can also download a freebie, which is called the 26 questions you must answer to find your ideal client. And that is free. And I would love to be able to gift that to you. So go ahead and download it. And maybe on Tuesday, you can tell me if it was helpful. And so we'll see you Tuesday. And Carol, thank you so much. And this has been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, Betsy. This has been a lot of fun. I cannot wait till next Tuesday, and I will definitely, I'm going to download your freebie. So
okay, good.
That way I'm ready to go next Tuesday.
Yes, yeah, it'll give you a little head start.
All right, fantastic.
Okay. Have a great weekend.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.